guys, welcome to my vlog. My name is Sarah and I am 29 weeks and 2 days pregnant. Give you a little bump date here. So he's getting pretty big. It is a boy. Okay, kicking a lot. So today I will be talking about how I didn't know how far along I was, pregnant, until I was 22 weeks pregnant. So let's get into it. Okay, so when I found out I was pregnant, I went to the doctor right away, and I had a period app. I think it was Flow, and it also counted my periods, and I was decently accurate with it. I marked it pretty regularly, so pretty accurate. Anyways, so the first doctor's appointment, it was just to confirm I was pregnant. And then after that, I called the doctor where I live now, and just to start getting appointments with an OB. My doctor recommended the one she saw when she was pregnant. So I was like, yeah, okay, if you trust her, obviously you're a doctor, so I'll trust her. And so yeah, I called and I was like, well, I think I'll be about 8 weeks, whenever. And so I went to that appointment, and they were going off of what I said my last period was. And I told them, yeah, I used the app, I think it's pretty accurate. This is when I'm, pretty positive my last period was. So I thought I was, 8 weeks on a Saturday. So I thought I turned, 8, 9, 10 weeks every Saturday. So that's just kind of how we went about my appointments. And then, so, just had my every 4-week appointment. And at, I think it was, about 16 weeks, I wanted to change my doctor. I wanted to switch hospitals because my sister went to this other hospital, and I actually used to go there when I was younger when I lived up here. And I was like, well, yeah, I should probably do that because they have all my medical records and past history. I mean, I'm sure this place does too, or can access that. But anyways, I was just more comfortable going to this hospital. And so I called over and I wanted to transfer all my information. Kay did that, scheduled with the same doctor my oldest sister had, because that's who she recommended, and she had availability. So I was like, yeah, definitely, okay, I'll go with her. And another main reason that I switched doctors and hospitals was because the doctor I was with was so booked up. Literally could not get in with her, couldn't get a good time. I work until 3 o'clock every day, and I would have to go during work at 11 or 10. And it doesn't work. I don't want to miss work to go to my appointments. I wanted a doctor I could, work that out with. I can go after work. I mean, I have time after work to go to appointments, basic appointments. So I'd rather use that time instead of leaving work, not getting paid for that time, and going to my appointments. And also my boyfriend's in school, Corey. So it sucks because obviously we want to go together, and he gets off at 3 too. So it just worked a lot better if we could find a doctor, still a good doctor, and have our schedule work with theirs as well. So that was a big reason why I changed. So I scheduled my next appointment with this doctor was the initial appointment, just meeting her and having the checkup, and then also the ultrasound, which we'd find out the gender at, so your 20-week appointment. Well, so we go into the ultrasound, pretty excited, already met the doctor, okay, she's good. And then the ultrasound tech's just checking on my belly, checking how he's doing. And I mean, she talked right away for a bit, and then, I don't know, she kind of just stopped talking as much. We're like, okay, whatever, she's measuring everything. Took a while, it was dark. I was really tired and really hungry at the time, so I'm pretty sure, I think that was after work, and that takes an hour long, so I'm usually kind of I snack right after work. Well, I wasn't really able to, and so it took pretty long, but she's kind of quiet, and she went back, talked to the I don't know who they talk to. Like the person overseeing your ultrasound, pretty much looking for everything, if there's anything wrong. And that took forever. Like, we were in that room for like another half hour, and I was starving, I was hangry. Oh, I was so mad. And actually, that was Halloween, so that was on Halloween. And we were planning to go back to Corey's hometown to like spend it with his family, you know, just have some fun. So yeah, I was just kind of angry because it was like taking forever. I'm starving, I'm tired, I want to get going. Yeah, so frustration. So they came back into the room eventually, and they were talking to me, and they're like, you know, you say you're about 20 weeks, he's just measuring smaller, we just want to make sure that he's, you know, like everything's okay with him, it's not him, maybe the due date's off. And I was like, okay, right. Alright, like I was really frustrated. I was kind of like really sad because I was like, okay, like is anything wrong with him? Like they didn't really tell me too much, just that he's kind of measuring smaller than what I said I was and what's been on my like paperwork and everything. And also before this appointment, we asked, like, they're like, do you want to find out the gender? And I was like, yeah, but like in the, you know, in the envelope, like we don't want you to tell us now. We want to look at it privately. That was kind of our plan. We just want to look at it just us two together so we can see how each other reacts. So yeah, and so after they were done talking, I was like, well, were you able to, you know, figure out, like, find out the gender? And she's like, oh yeah, she got that right away. And I was like, okay, good. So that kind of hinted, like, to me, I was kind of like, if they found out right away, that makes me think it's a boy, because I feel like you could see that quicker than a female, but I don't know how that works because I'm not an ultrasound tech. So anyways, they gave us the envelope, scheduled our next appointment, like 4 weeks out, so at that time I would have thought that would have been like my 24-week appointment that I was scheduling for. So we did all that, and then we got the envelope, went to the car, and I mean, we looked at it and we're like, I was like, okay, you ready? So we opened it and it was like, it's a boy, and it had little ultrasounds with it showing his parts. But yeah, so that was really exciting, and then went down to his hometown, spent it there, Halloween there, had some fun. But then my next appointment comes up, and so we have another ultrasound, and this one's not as long. They're just measuring, I don't know, just a couple things. They're not measuring everything. So after that, she left, the ultrasound tech left, came back with that other doctor or analysis person. I don't know who it is. Like, I should have looked that up. But she came back and she's like, yeah, so I think your due date was off. He looks fine. He's growing well. He's healthy. And then so I was like, okay, well, like, how far along am I? Like, what am I measuring? And they're like 22 weeks. I think that was 22 weeks in like a day. I was measuring that day. I think that was a Friday. So we scheduled all of my appointments for Thursdays because now I turn like 22, 23 weeks on every Thursday instead of Saturday. So that was frustrating because I've been taking like weekly pictures and none of them are right for like 22 weeks. So that was really frustrating. So yeah, and it's like my first doctor should have measured me right away. They took ultrasound pictures to confirm my pregnancy, but they never measured anything, which they were supposed to do, I guess. So that was really frustrating because I didn't know exactly how far along I was for 22 weeks, like, and what my real due date was. So my first due date was March 21st, which is my nephew's birthday, and Corey's birthday is March 23rd, and now my due date's April 2nd. So that's great. But I mean, either way, glad we got it figured out. Glad I have a new doctor who I can schedule on my schedule as well as hers, and that he's healthy, he's growing, nothing's wrong, haven't found anything wrong with him yet. Passed my glucose test, which is horrible. Not fun. But so yeah, that's how I figured out I guess I found out what my real due date was and how far along I was. Very frustrating, but it's over with. Happy about that. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks.